Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 060, Topics in Developmental Mathematics, Section 2.5, Problem 11. This is Section 2.5, Problem 11. It says divide the fractions, and what we have is 3/4 over 1/2, which is really 3/4 divided by 1/2. This looks very intimidating. This is a complex fraction. You have one fraction over another. But really what you do is it's simply the top fraction of 3/4 divided by the bottom fraction of 1/2. So written in this form, which is really the same question, it looks much better. So now what we do when we have to divide fractions is we will leave the first fraction the way it is, change the problem to a multiplication, and we will invert the second fraction, which just means interchange the numerator and denominator or flip it. So now I can multiply across the top, numerator times numerator. 3 times 2 is 6, and then denominator times denominator. 4 times 1 is 4. 6 over 4 will reduce. Notice they're both even. Half of 6 is 3, and half of 4 is 2. So it's 3 over 2. Now, if you wanted to, you could have pre-reduced this. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice. Cross the top, multiply 3 times 1, you get 3. Cross the bottom, 2 times 1, you get 2. In this case, it's about the same amount of work either way. To multiply first, then reduce, or reduce first, then multiply. As these numbers get bigger and bigger, it's easier to reduce first as soon as you can. But you will get the same answer either way. Now the 3 over 2 is good the way it is, but some books will ask you to write it as a mixed number instead of an improper fraction. So if that's the case, just do the denominator, which is 2 in this case, divides into the numerator, 3 in this case. How many times? 2 goes into 3 once. 1 times 2 is 2, and then we'll subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. So the remainder is my numerator, and the denominator stays the same as 2. So the answer is 3 over 2, or if you prefer, you could write it in the form 1 1/2.